Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, it replays in its entirety on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. And many of you are watching it on your cable systems throughout Acadiana. Others are watching it on your internet services, computer-wise, iPhone-wise, tablet, whatever. If it's on the internet, you can reach the Bobby Dupre Show. And tell them how it's done, Chief.
Go to kdcg.com and click Watch Live Now, or you can click on the Bobby Dupre Show and click on any of the archive shows. We've got weeks and weeks worth of shows that you can watch at your convenience.
And photo gallery.
Photo gallery is going all the way back.
4,000?
There's a bunch of photos out there.
4,000.
And you can download any photo you want. You can print them. You can email them to your friends.
Yep. And I want to introduce you to my sidekick here, Mr. Andrew.
Good morning.
And we've, I think, got a good program ahead of us, and we're going to first thank two of our sponsors. Because they make all this
I can handle
possible.
that right out the gate.
We ask that you consider their services whenever possible.
You got it. Let's start with Carl's Thrifty Way. Go by Carl's and get your prescription medications filled, your over-the-counter medications as well. They've got great gift and home decorating ideas there as well. They do monogramming, gift wrapping. They've got that whole line of Lamberger and scented oils. If you've got some of those smell good things in your house or your office, you can get the refills there and the little stones to replace it, and the decorated lamps. They've also got, right now we've been talking a lot about the Instamoles. That's the earplugs for the kids that go swimming this summer. If you've got someone in the family that's a hunter or a shooter, help protect those ears. They custom fit them for your ears. And they've also got a lot of topical type medications there as well. If you're fighting with arthritis type problems, go there, get the medicine, put it right where the pain is, and help you out at Carl's Thrifty Way. And one more, let's go with, how about Piggly Wiggly, with 3 locations, one in Simsport and 2 in beautiful Opelousas, one on the north end of town, one on the south end of town. And this week they got some great deals on Boston butt pork steaks at $1.49 a pound. They've got ground chuck certified beef, the family pack, $2.49 a pound, and split fryers, $1.49 a pound. Can't go wrong. Go by the pig. The pig knows best. And remember, those community coffee, you talking about the community coffee the other day, the single serve that you put in your single serve coffee pot, the community just released those new little packages.
Oh, I'm using it.
They've got all that at the Piggly Wiggly. You go ahead, buy. My wife went in the other day, even took a picture on her phone and sent it. She said, did you know they already got them in Opelousas? I said, I'd heard they were out. So you can go by and get them.
And talking about Simsport, must have been Sunday afternoon, I stopped in at Maddie's truck stop. And of course, it's way more than the normal truck stop. He has a beautiful beer and wine selection, especially wines. I mean, when I say some high-end wines and some very low-end wines, but he's got wines up to $100 a bottle.
Wow.
Beautiful bags to put it in, to give it as a gift. And I picked up 2 bottles for a friend, Kathy and Dale Vidrine. You know, they loan me the trailer all the time. In fact, we're going to show the trailer a little bit later. You know, you have to do something a little different. You know, they have not everything, but most, I wouldn't know what they don't have. And so I remembered to go by, stop by, and of course his desserts are out of this world. And he has a hand in cooking the desserts himself. Really? I mean, he is a chef. Beautiful facility. And he wasn't there, but you know what? He's a businessman. I had left a card. He called me within an hour after returning.
Really?
Home. That's correct. Tommy Maddy. Go ahead, Tommy.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much, buddy.
I've been to his home. Every year for the St. Joseph's altar, they usually have a little something with the church parish out there, and they did a big cookout for with the wife and all.
Juno, Wanda is a Maddy.
From that, I guess from that area.
Yeah. No, from her mother still lives in Simsport, and he's a cousin or not a brother. I don't think.
I ate Wanda's bread pudding last week.
Oh Lordy, don't talk about that.
Man,
it's delicious. What, back in town, downtown Opelousas, Louisiana, right near the Palace Cafe.
Let's remind everybody. You know, she's a big supporter of Little Theater, and everybody here in town gets active. Little Theater is going on right now. The Jungle Book is opening up tonight, Thursday night. It's going to be this week, the week after, and the week after that. So the 6th and 7th and 8th, that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. the following week. 13th through 15th will be 7, and the 20th through the 22nd will be at 7. Then they'll do Sunday matinees for the next 3 weeks. It'll be 2 p.m. Sunday matinees at the Little Theater next to Donald Gardner Stadium. It is the Jungle Book, done all with kids. I think all of them are 18 or under, or 17 and under, directed by Miss Sonia Langlois involved. Don't forget about the Little Theater for their summer camps as well.
She's excited. I saw her yesterday, and
Sonia.
Sonia, and she's very excited. Isn't it wonderful when volunteers take time away from what they're doing? Everybody's got enough to do at home, but the volunteers find time.
Right.
And those are the kind of people that make things go. And when you think of Little Theater, you think of Dana Reed.
Correct.
And
kind of that front face has been there for years and years.
For years and years. But Miss Sonia, thank you so much for mentioning it to me yesterday.
But if you want to participate in the camps, Dana's going to handle the 3-year-olds to the 10-year-olds, $40 a week. Drop your kid off in the morning, and they can stay all day and have a good time and learn all kind of things all the way through the end of June, and they'll have a big play at the end. You can call Dana at 351-2591, and then for the 10 to 17-year-olds, they have Miss Erica Stanford from Port Barre, Louisiana, will be doing choreography and song and dance and all that type of thing as well. So really good time. Erica's my, how does that work? I guess my first cousin's daughter would be my second cousin.
There you go. And I might want to add that the Opelousas City swimming pools will not be opening this year. That kind of hurt me. I took lessons, and I almost drowned. And you know who saved me? I think I've told him this, but Joe Fred Gotcho.
Come on.
He was a little bitty kid. He's 4 years younger than me. And I remember he had those little goggles. You know those little goggles so to stay underwater and see everything? Well, he kind of helped me get to the other side. I made it to one side. You had to go two sides, you know. You had to make 2 laps. And I got almost about here to the little TV right there, about 6 or 8 feet. And I wasn't, I guess he could see I wasn't making it. Miss Durio she was the one that her and her husband ran the swimming pool back then, and she was testing me, and I didn't make it, and I never did learn. And one thing that happened is I got an ear infection, and Mama said, don't go swimming until you know how. And that means don't go swimming, I guess. Poor Mama. She's always concerned about her little boy, Bobby.
But you said Joe Fred had some goggles so he could see everything. He don't wear goggles today, but he still likes to see everything.
Oh,
that hadn't changed since he was a little boy.
That hadn't changed. And Joe, who knows how old you're a big one. I think I've told him that, but I'm not positive. I hope somebody tells him, because he doesn't reach the I don't think he
doesn't have it on his television.
On his television, I don't think. But he could get it on his
well, sure computer. He can. He's got the computer. He can do all that.
He's a computer man, too.
Do we want to show some photos, or what?
Sir.
You talked about getting the photos early in the show.
Yeah, we want to get, because we've got some people that I met over the weekend, round and about, I guess you could say. I want to say something before we go too far.
All right.
Smiley Anders is an article that's extremely well read in the Morning Advocate, and I thought it had been there forever. And it's almost forever, but it's been 34 years ago he started. He was a young person, and the editor said, I think I have a new assignment for you. I want you to go into the community and find some good things to talk about, and then ask them to write you suggestions about what you talk about. And that was 34 years ago, he says. And of course, I know 2 of the gentlemen who send in articles that he must kind of like them, because he, at least a couple of times a year. They're regulars. And he does this 6 days a week. And he had gone in he didn't think he could do it, but the editor knew he could do it, and still doing it. So Smiley, we love you. And my 2 friends from Opelousas that write to him regularly, Dr. George Bourgeois, well-known physician here in Opelousas, and Dan Burkhalter, the
Insurance claims God.
The insurance claims God. We'll stop right there. I was going to say something else, but BS, you know, we're not going to say that.
Good salesman. Also does some work with the credit reporting kind of identity theft stuff.
Identity theft for the district attorney's office. By the way, that, you know, I told y'all They had hit my account. So don't think it won't happen to you. It can happen to you. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, let's go. Right here, we got a
Dan
picture.
Burkhalter will go to your club meeting or something.
And give a talk.
And give a talk on it.
Right here, American Legion Baseball is starting out the 2013 season, and right here we've got Ken Thibodeau with the ball and Dr. Kenneth LaFleur. I got two Kens. I gotta catch my breath a second. Dr. LaFleur, of course, has helped the American Legion for years and years, and has been like a state president and national office and all of that as well. So there they are starting out the season, and there are the two teams here cranking up. The first two teams were the St. Landry Bank Indians and Sulphur, and the Indians won in 5 innings, 11-0. So they did very, very well. They're going to be playing at Westminster, I think, for the whole season. And here, throwing out the first pitch and laughing and cutting up, on the left is Mr. Mark Marley, who's the new president and CEO of Opelous's General Health System.
Yes.
So if you want to see what the man looks like, that's the man. And the guy on the right is the manager of the Seminoles. I think he's, 35 years old, Mr. Dalton Como.
Add 60 to that, almost.
Yeah,
Not quite.
He's pushing way up there.
Right at 90, I'm sure.
I think it's 90.
He's a veteran, anywhere from 86 to 90.
And he does field
World War II veteran.
field trial dogs, big guy in our retreat group, just a good all-around guy.
He used to pick up Ginger's daddy, Mr. Jimmy Daigle, and take him hunting. And when he had cancer, he couldn't go with his dogs anymore, but he would let him sit in the car, run the air conditioner while he would work his dogs, and let Mr. Jimmy, just
Right.
countless things you could say good about both of those men there.
There you go. And we got this photo from Evangeline Downs.
Oh, Evangeline Downs. Last week was the I'm in Racing Stables big week. This race here was Wednesday night, and I'm in Racing, and this is I'm in to score. All of our horses that are 3-year-olds are I'm in, and I'm in fashion, I'm in, and then I'm in to shine. The next picture will be, and that was
Right
Friday,
here.
and I'm not in that particular picture. I was out of town by then, but he won by 14 lengths. Kind of looking like
That's Secretariat numbers.
numbers.
Speaking of the Belmont coming up.
I don't know. We don't know. He had never run a race like this before, but that's his second win already. So we're very happy. Carl DeVille is our trainer.
And they test him after, so he was clean.
You have to be clean.
You got to be clean now.
You won't get the money if
that's right. It's not like
the purse money.
It's not like the old I better not name any. Some of those old bush tracks where those horses, boy, they'd come out the gate, they'd jump over the rail. They were swapped up.
But that was when we had fun. But anyhow, and then these are some of our friends that belong to I'm in Racing Stables, and they're here all the time. And you know where they stay? Evangeline Downs Hotel. Thank you all very, very much.
Crusader Stable, I see on the shirt.
That's correct. They have a horse too. And I might add that if you have a wedding party, people, your friends coming in to attend a wedding locally, or you have a reunion, a family reunion, Evangeline Downs Hotel is just the place, because then you've got all of the casino facilities.
Restaurants open all night. Everything is there.
You can have your little drinks and all that. You don't have to get back on the road and
nice and safe.
Get in an accident or anything like that.
We're going to take a 1-minute break, folks. We'll see you on the other side of one.